Hi, my name is Gordy Wynand, and I'm with the Narconon program of Georgia, and I've been involved with the Narconon program from its very inception in 1967. In 1967, I was an inmate at the Arizona State Prison. I was serving a 3-year sentence for receiving stolen property. My job at the prison was working in the cannery, canning food. We canned all the food for all the penal institutions in Arizona. And one day I was sitting on a bench outside having a cigarette, and a fellow inmate came up and sat down alongside of me. His name was William Benitez. And we talked, and he had asked me, did I ever do drugs? And I said, yes. I said, I did a lot of drugs. I said, I did a lot of alcohol. And and I asked, I said, why do you ask? And he said, well, I was a heroin addict for 18 years. He said, I tried everything that known to man to get away from my addiction. I was in the federal hospital in Lexington, Kentucky 3 times. I was studied different religions, different philosophies, but nothing worked. Well, then one day when I was in my cell, they came by with a cart from the library, and I picked up several books. And one of the books was called Fundamentals of Thought by L. Ron Hubbard. And Willie told me that he had read the book several times, and the information that he got from this book was the information that he was looking for to help him with his addiction. So he went to the administration and he got permission to start a program called Narconon. The word Narconon means narcotics, none. And this is a phrase that Bill Benitez coined himself. So then he asked me, he said, I put together this program called Narconon, and would you care to join us? Well, they met every Thursday after the dinner, and so I said, sure, I'll come, because it meant getting out of my cell for 2 hours. And so I went over the first meeting, and I listened to some lectures, and I read a few books, and then the meeting was over. Well, about the 3rd time that I went, I began to reach realizations about the information that I was learning. And it was after that, each time I would go to a meeting, I would gain a little bit more. I would gain awarenesses about myself, about the problems that I had in the past, and how I could overcome the effects that they were having on me. And so this went on for approximately 6 months, and I was really feeling good. I had never felt this good in my life. And then Paramount Studios came to the Arizona State Prison, and they filmed a movie called Riot with Jim Brown and Gene Hackman. And fortunately, I was able to get a part in the movie, and I worked for 6 weeks on the movie, and I was able to earn myself $4,000. And upon my release, I got a job, and there was a number of Narconon graduates living in the Phoenix area now. And so what we did is we put together like a little group where we would meet about once every week or every 2 weeks and just kind of go over how our lives were going. Everybody was doing great. Everybody realized that the things that they learned in Narconon was really their success. So it was in 1970 that we decided to move to Los Angeles, and then that's when the program, we decided to start the program on the outside. And I believe it was in 1971 the Narconon program was incorporated, and it was from that point that the program began to expand. Slowly but surely there was a small number of drug addicts that we were helping get into the program, and then it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger until we reached the point of where today the Narconon program worldwide, no other program worldwide, has 160 programs in 45 countries. We're talking China, Russia, all over Europe, all over Latin America, all over the United States. And this is a result of one man putting together a desire to get off of drugs and then finding the technology to do it, getting permission from L. Ron Hubbard, and then today is the success of that program. I work with hundreds of people every day throughout the year, helping them to get off of drugs, working with their families. And they go through the program, they graduate the program, they are very successful. Some of them have their own business, some of them go on to finish their college degrees, but people, I contact them. I have a follow-up program, and I contact people, and I talk to them, and I ask them, how are you doing? And they tell me, we're really doing great. Thank God we had the Narconon program. The parents call us all the time to tell us, thank you, thank you, thank you for saving our loved one's life. But I'm here to tell you, for the past 40 years, by applying the things that we learned, the things that we use, the things that are available, and seeing the successes that we have, I can only say one thing: the Narconon program works.